Hi there Sagittarius, I'm EllaAradia and welcome to your November 2025 Psychic Tarot reading. This reading is for my Sagittarius fire signs, where we'll be exploring the overall energies and themes for the month ahead, as well as taking a deeper dive into how these might be playing out for you in your life. This is a general reading. It's going to resonate a little bit differently for all of you. What I do find though is there is always a shared theme that runs through the collective of all of you Sagittarius signs. So take what feels aligned to you and just leave the rest. And before we jump in, I just want to say a big thank you to all of you who are supporting my channel by liking and subscribing. So if you enjoy this reading and you haven't already done that, please do. It helps the channel out a lot. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe, and then you can get notified when the next videos are up. So Sagittarius, let's jump in. So I always like to just tune into the energies for a moment just to see what comes through. So I'm being shown the image of a person looking out at the horizon and looking at possibility. What else is out there for me? So I do feel for many of you, you are in some kind of transitional moment right now. And there is a calling to experience more of yourself, to get yourself out there in some way, to grow, to move out of your comfort zone. Because to me it feels like some significant chapter of your life has come to a close and you're standing in front of this whole new one that I can see. So this point of transition, and with your overall energies, the 10 of Cups, emotional fulfillment, happiness, wishes granted, you know, having what your heart truly desires. What lies in your recent past, justice. Your current energies, the 8 of Wands. Your feelings towards your situation, Page of Wands. And with the 8 of Wands there is a calling here to perhaps take some kind of action right now, Sagittarius. So this is a card of momentum, it's energy moving. And it's all about, I feel, with the Page of Wands here, you know, following your heart, following your inspiration, moving forwards, and actually just really trusting that, you know, following that creative spark of energy, that creative flow. Because the 8 of Wands really is, you know, your green light from the universe. It's about, you know, making a swift action. And, you know, it's a card that's just letting you know that, you know, the energy and the momentum is building and you've got that behind you. Just going to look at your challenge. I'm getting drawn into that Justice card, but let's just look at the challenge, the Page of Pentacles. I feel like some of you have been dealing with somebody who has perhaps found it difficult to grow in some way in a connection that may have recently broken down. Because this is all about being open to new beginnings, but in terms of growth and evolvement. And when it's in the challenge position, I just keep feeling with this Justice card here that a difficult situation, you know, has recently come to a close. This is what that last chapter is feeling like for me. And justice comes in usually when, you know, we're needing a situation to be balanced in some way. It often comes in to cut through any illusions that we might be holding about a person or a situation. It brings balance, fairness. Because when I feel into it, whatever this is, it definitely feels like there was something one-sided about the connection. You know, whether that relates to a job or something else, it's still the same thing. It's the same theme, like I was saying. It just shows up in different areas, in different degrees and intensities. You know, something one-sided, you know, one person putting more in than the other, or a job that you're investing in that's just not giving you, you know, what you really want here with this Ten of Cups. You know, it's something that, you know, perhaps was not 100% fulfilling for you in some way. And what lies in your hidden influence is the Queen of Wands. And this is you. And this is you taking your power in this situation and remembering your amazingness and your light and really following your heart here moving forwards. This is a card of reclaiming your power, Sagittarius. You know, whatever has gone on in the past, whatever has come to a close, whatever has fallen through or didn't work out in the way that you thought it would, you know, whatever this or whoever this Page of Pentacles represents here, I feel like it took a lot of your energy and a lot of your power. I feel like this is something or somebody you invested a lot in, and it's time for you to take that back now with this Queen of Wands, and to remember your sparkle and your light. You know, the Queen of Wands is an energy that is, you know, very, very charismatic, and an energy that walks into a room and everybody feels that person's presence, and an energy that inspires others, you know, as you go along. And of course that can be male or female, but it's a card I feel very much of taking your power back right now. And just using this moment of this in-between point of, you know, looking at what's out there, what else is out there, what other potentials are out there, and just using this moment to just draw your energy back to you so that you can use that moving forwards. And just being open to something new, a new possibility here. Trusting your journey. And with the advice from the universe, the Five of Swords, and I instantly feel when I pull this card that this is about not being afraid to cut ties with people, places, situations that feel toxic or heavy in some way. Because whatever it is that's come to a close, there is something about it that feels toxic to me. It wasn't giving you what you wanted. You weren't getting back what you needed. Your needs weren't being met. And I feel like it's something you were carrying. And that's why the Justice card came in, to really cut through any illusions of that situation, to really illuminate the truth to you. So Five of Swords, traditionally it's a card of conflict. It can represent, you know, feeling conflicted inside of ourselves sometimes. But in this case, the figures lying down, I feel, represent those connections that perhaps need to be cut and ties with. And you'll know who they are or what it is, because it will have a certain element of negativity when you think about it. And the guidance here really is not to be afraid to do that, Sagittarius. And what lies in your outcome, we have the Two of Pentacles, a card of choice, and sometimes can be when we're juggling decisions. But to me, I feel like this is all about getting your priorities in the right place and really looking at, what is most important to you moving forwards, and really getting your priorities in order here. Looking after yourself right now, Sagittarius, definitely. And with the Eight of Pentacles, putting the work in. For some of you, this might be about learning a new skill if this relates to career for you. It can also relate to investing in yourself, looking after yourself. And, putting the work in to receive something back. And ultimately, by doing that, that's going to bring you to this Ten of Cups and that emotional fulfillment, that wishes granted, and that happiness, Sagittarius. So I'm going to leave it there. And, really just trust what's unfolding. And there's a very strong energy here, really about, investing in yourself here, moving forwards. And in doing that, I do really feel that will bring you to that Ten of Cups, whether that's the dream job or the dream partner, whatever that is. So I'm going to leave it there. If this reading resonated, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And as always, no matter what comes through in a reading, moving forwards, always trust what feels best for you. So thanks so much for being here, Sagittarius, and I wish you a great month ahead.